back to Watching Film. We are back for the delayed 2020 season. We'll be here for as many games as we have. We're starting with the Citadel. They're coming in to play USF this weekend, and they run a vaunted triple option offense. So we're going to take a look at that offense first, see what they like to do schematically, some of their favorite plays, and then we'll get out of here. So let's check it out. We'll start with the triple option. So this is an inside veer play. So what they're reading here is they want to read the in man here. He's the first read. So they're going to arc. So we're going to arc. The dive here is option 1. Quarterback's option 2. Option 3. Coming around for the pitch. We see this every year against Navy. All right. So let's let it run. We get a widening here. But the quarterback sees kind of this muddiness. So he takes it wide. The tackle arcs around. So you see here's the tackle. He's arced around and left the end. And now we're going to pitch off the end. So now he becomes the pitch man here. With how Georgia Tech played it. Georgia Tech does a good job chasing it down for a minimal gain. But this isn't a one-time thing. They're going to run this a lot. Here you see it again. So right here you're going to have dive and pitch. Dive and pitch. And the quarterback, right, can keep it. That's okay. All right. So look at his read. The end widens a little bit. He doesn't close this door. He's got to close that door for me to pull it. He doesn't. We give it. 3rd and 4. Looks like we get just enough for the first down. These offenses, while they can be explosive, are mostly about converting first downs, keeping the ball, keeping the chains moving, limiting your possessions while having successful possessions themselves. It's not enough just to limit possessions and hold the ball. Time of possession by itself isn't super useful, but when you have productive possessions and you hold the ball a lot, that's very useful. Same look here, or similar look. Georgia Tech moved a lot on up front, but still you got a dive guy and a pitch guy. Dive and pitch. This is what you get when you get kind of a guy that's played in the system. This quarterback is a very good player. He's a preseason All-American. He's played there a lot, so he knows how to run the system. You know, maybe on paper this isn't the perfect read. You see this guy comes up fields, but he can kind of feel it, that maybe we've got something loose over here. He can kind of feel that. So he keeps it and then just pitches off that, makes a quick pitch. They do a good job blocking downfield. And now there's another converted 3rd down with a pretty big run. So these guys are option experts. What you saw what's odd is you saw Navy this past week play BYU, and it looked like their starting quarterback wasn't really an option expert, and he actually wasn't. Didn't run the option in high school, or he was more of a spread guy. And then they brought in their backup who would run triple option in high school, and he looked a little more comfortable with it. Sometimes it's about being in this offense for a long time to really have it second nature. But these guys are option experts. Another look, same play. We'll kind of let these roll through here a little bit. You get the idea. Dive read, pull it, pitch read. Get it out on the perimeter, your best players. That's a pretty good They're not crazy explosive, but they got some pretty good players at skill positions. And now here's the same thing. They just window dressed a little bit. They've been running motion, coming the same way with it. So now we're going to get motion, and now he's coming back this way. Just to get a little bit of movement. If I can get them to move a little bit this way, that's a win. So you see it slowed him down. He kind of reads it pretty well, but he slowed down a little bit on the first step here. Now he's going to get pinned when he comes inside, and this motion man is going to come all the way out here for the corner. Pitch. It's almost like a pin pull type scheme, which you'll see some NFL teams run and some college teams where they'll pin a guy down and pull a guy around, but it's pin pull with a little option. But for the quarterback and the backs, the read's the same. It's still that kind of inside veer. So they try to use that motion to get you flow, and then they'll also just do this. Straight reverse. So if you're not being disciplined on the back side, and you're trying to chase on the back side of that option, right? So if you don't stay home, you're supposed to kind of stay home back here, wait for anything to come back. But if you decide to get lazy and try to chase it down here, they'll come with a reverse. Again, not crazy explosive, but enough to make you pay if you get out of position. So there's another. So they run triple option. They run triple option with motion that makes it look like it's going the other way, and now they come back with a reverse. So they're going to try to get you off, get you on your toes a little bit, have you thinking a little bit, and slow, minds that have to do a lot of thinking usually equals slow feet, right? Cloudy minds equals slow feet. So here's a little just quarterback ISO. So make it look almost like a midline play where they'd be reading interior lineman here. Let him go, and now the motion, he's going to lead up and block ISO, and the motion man is going to lead up and be another lead blocker. So you got some quarterback ISO. So a lot of creativity in the run game here. Again, make it look like option, and really it's just quarterback ISO. And then you got a little bit of lead option or load option here, where I've got a leader for the pitch. He's going to kind of lead through the hole here if the quarterback were to keep it, it looks like. Quarterback has his pitch read right here. Makes the pitch. Georgia Tech does a pretty good job of keeping this for only a 4-yard game, but it's still a first down, move the chains, keep the ball. And now a little bit of a different look here, so a little counter option. So for counters, we've got the motion that makes you try to go against where the option's coming back to. We have reverse, and now we have counter option. You're going to get a pull here to kick out. You're going to get a motion coming this way, and then the quarterback's going to come back the other way. So you get, he's going to lead through. You get a nice kick out here. I think he could pitch off this. This pitch man looks like he's looking for the ball possibly, but the quarterback just turns up, follows that lead blocker, and he's another plus athlete at the quarterback position who's really good at running this offense. These option offense, what they do so well is that if you get out of position, they understand how to take advantage of it, and they'll make you pay if you are not gap sound and you don't have gap integrity, right? You're not where you're supposed to be. You're not in your gap. You're cheating. They'll make you pay. Here's just a straight up ISO. So here we're just going to have two guys leading inside. Just this downhill run. And again, there's probably 10 yards, 2nd and 4. There's a first down. Nothing fancy, just double ISO, getting low, moving people. Here's a staple of triple option and flexbone teams. You're going to have rocket toss. You're going to have motion. and you're going to snap the ball when he's wide. You want him to catch this pitch way out here. Then we're going to just rip and run here, just try to get outside. Some teams don't even block anybody from like the 3 technique in. They'll just leave them, let them run. You see that? Just try to get the ball on the edge quick. And again, just enough. There's not crazy explosive, but enough to pick up a first down and keep the chains moving. So then you think about all the run game you got to stop, and then they come up and hit you with one of these. Play action. Pretty good throw across the field there. They actually threw the ball. I think their quarterback threw for 1,000 plus yards last year and a good amount of touchdowns. So they can throw the ball pretty well for an option team. They're not simply, and here it is from the backside. You can see how, especially with them, they'll crack. They'll crack on run stuff. So these safeties get used to seeing receivers coming at them, and they're just trying to play over the top for the run. Well, now he slips it right here. Uh-oh. It's too late. You have somebody going over the top there. He's coming across, and he's already beat you across face. There's nobody left for an easy score. And if you're not careful, that's what can happen to you. So, this game right here, Georgia Tech, Citadel. This is after Georgia Tech beat USF last season. Citadel came in, won in overtime on a game-winning field goal. If USF does not want to suffer the same fate as Georgia Tech, they're going to need to play disciplined, play gap sound, and the offense can also give them a little help by moving the ball and getting up on these guys, making them throw a little bit more, get them out of their comfort zone. But if you play into their hands, let them control the clock, control the ball, get first downs, it's going to be a long night for you. I would think USF will have a pretty good plan with a month to get ready. But Middle Tennessee State probably thought they had a good plan too, and they got molly-whopped on the first game of the week. So we'll see what the Bulls do on Saturday.